Let's get real for a moment. There are things in your life right now that are silently draining your energy, holding you back from reaching your full spiritual potential. You might not even notice them. They slip into your daily routine, lowering your vibration little by little until one day, you wake up feeling stuck, disconnected, and unsure of why you're not progressing on your spiritual journey. But here's the good news. Once you become aware of these hidden vibration killers, you can break free from them. You'll have the power to shift your energy, elevate your frequency, and create real momentum in your spiritual growth. So let's start with something fundamental. Everything is energy. You, me, the world around us. It's all vibrating at different frequencies. And the frequency at which you resonate shapes the way you experience life. When your vibration is high, you feel aligned, alive, and deeply connected. Things seem to flow effortlessly. You attract opportunities, meaningful relationships, and a sense of purpose. But when your vibration drops, everything feels heavier. Your thoughts become clouded with negativity, your relationships become strained, and you feel stuck in a cycle that's hard to break. Now here's where it gets tricky. Many of the things that lower your vibration are so subtle that they go unnoticed. It's like a slow leak in a tire. You don't realize it's happening until one day you're completely deflated, wondering how you got there. So, what are these hidden energy drainers? Let's dive into the first major one, fear. 1. Fear, the ultimate energy drain. Fear is one of the lowest vibrations you can experience. It acts like a black hole, pulling in your energy and keeping you trapped. The tricky part, fear doesn't always look like fear. It often disguises itself as overthinking, perfectionism, self-doubt, or even being realistic. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These silent fears create an invisible wall between you and your higher self. When you operate from fear, your intuition becomes blocked, and your connection to higher guidance weakens. 2. Negative self-talk, the silent saboteur. If you want to raise your vibration, start paying attention to the way you talk to yourself. Your inner dialogue shapes your energy more than you might think. Those little thoughts that creep in, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, I'm failing in my spiritual journey, each one chips away at your vibration, keeping you stuck in a low-frequency state. And the worst part, most of the time we don't even notice it's happening because negative self-talk can become so automatic. But here's something important to remember. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer behind them. And if you can observe your negative self-talk, you can choose to stop it. You can replace those thoughts with ones that lift you up instead of tearing you down. Your thoughts create your reality. The more you allow negativity to take over, the more you'll see it reflected in your life. But when you start shifting your thoughts toward empowerment and self-love, your entire experience will begin to change. So ask yourself, what story have you been telling yourself about who you are? Is it helping you grow or is it keeping you small? 3. Toxic relationships. The energy drainers. This one is tough, but it's a game changer. The people you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your vibration. If you're constantly around negativity, whether it's from friends, family, or coworkers, it's going to pull you down, no matter how much inner work you do. You could be meditating daily, practicing gratitude, and doing all the right things, but if you're spending time with people who drain your energy, it's like trying to climb a mountain with a heavy weight tied to your back. Now, this doesn't mean you need to cut people out of your life completely, but it does mean you need to set boundaries and protect your energy. If someone in your life constantly brings negativity into your space, it's okay to take a step back. Your spiritual growth is your responsibility. And sometimes that means making hard choices about who you allow into your energy field, who lifts you up, and who pulls you down. Take a moment to ask yourself, who in your life is lifting you higher, and who is holding you back? Are you surrounded by people who encourage your growth, or are you allowing toxic relationships to drain your energy? Now, let's talk about a major vibration killer, living out of alignment with your purpose. This is a big one. When you're not in sync with your true purpose, something will always feel off. You may feel restless, unfulfilled, or like something important is missing, even if you can't quite explain why. That's because your soul has a mission, a reason for being here. When you ignore that calling, your energy becomes stagnant. Think of it like swimming against the current. No matter how hard you try, you're working against the natural flow of your energy. But here's the thing, your purpose doesn't have to be some grand world-changing mission. It's not about impressing anyone or living up to someone else's definition of success. It's about what genuinely lights you up inside. What excites you? What makes you feel alive? What brings you joy? When you align with that energy, everything starts to flow. Your vibration naturally rises, and your spiritual growth accelerates. But when you ignore your true calling, or worse, live according to someone else's expectations, your energy drains and your vibration drops. Now, let's go even deeper. There are subtle, hidden patterns, what I call silent saboteurs, that can keep your vibration low without you even realizing it. These invisible forces shape your energy and influence your life in ways you might not be aware of. But once you recognize them, you can start breaking free, and that's when real transformation begins. The weight of the past. One of the biggest hidden vibration killers is being stuck in the past. Think about it. How often do you replay old memories, dwell on past mistakes, or hold on to grudges? Every time you do, you're anchoring yourself to a lower frequency. The past can feel heavy, especially when it's tied to unresolved emotions like anger, guilt, or regret. Holding on to these emotions keeps you stuck, blocking your ability to move forward. But life isn't meant to be lived in the past. Your power is in the present moment. This is where new possibilities unfold, where you can shift your energy, and where true growth happens. The past is just a story, a chapter that's already been written. It only holds power over you if you keep revisiting it. So ask yourself, what parts of your past are you still clinging to? What old story are you replaying that no longer serves you? Resisting change. Another silent saboteur is resistance to change. On the surface, it might seem like you're just trying to maintain stability, but in reality, resisting change keeps your energy trapped in a lower frequency. Change is the natural rhythm of the universe. Everything is constantly shifting, growing, and evolving. When you resist that flow, you cut yourself off from growth, which is a high vibrational state. Think about it. How often do you try to control situations or hold on to the way things should be? That resistance creates tension, and tension lowers your vibration. You cannot grow spiritually if you're constantly clinging to what's familiar and comfortable. Growth happens when you step into the unknown, when you trust the process, and when you allow change to unfold naturally. So here's another question. Where in your life are you resisting change? What would happen if you stopped fighting it and allowed yourself to evolve without fear? The trap of comparison. Let's talk about comparison, one of the sneakiest energy drainers out there. Most of us do it without even realizing it. We compare our progress, our success, and even our spiritual journey to others. But here's the truth. Comparison is rooted in lack. It makes you believe that someone else's success somehow takes away from your own. But the universe doesn't work that way. There's more than enough abundance, growth, and success to go around. When you compare yourself to others, you're reinforcing a mindset of scarcity. And that's a low vibrational state. So reflect on this. How often do you compare your journey to someone else's? What would it feel like to fully trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it should, without needing to measure it against anyone else's? The energy drain of distraction. Lastly, let's talk about constant distraction. We live in a world filled with distractions, social media, endless notifications, breaking news, never-ending to-do lists. On the surface, it all seems harmless. But in reality, these distractions pull you away from the present moment, scattering your energy. And scattered energy leads to a scattered vibration. Imagine trying to tune a radio to a specific station, but constantly switching frequencies. You never fully align with the high vibrational energy that's trying to come through. The silent disruptors. How everyday habits drain your energy. How much of your day is spent in distraction? That's a real question, one worth sitting with. How often do you find yourself pulled away from the present moment by things that don't truly matter? And more importantly, what would happen if you made a conscious effort to focus on what actually nourishes your soul, instead of letting your energy get scattered by endless distractions? Now, let's talk about judgment, both of yourself and others. Judgment is one of the most subtle yet powerful ways to lower your vibration because it's rooted in separation. When you judge yourself, you're reinforcing the belief that you're not enough, that there's something wrong with you. And when you judge others, you're strengthening the illusion that we're all disconnected rather than deeply connected. Both forms of judgment keep you locked in fear and division, which are low-frequency states of being. But what if you could let that go? What if, instead of seeing flaws in yourself or others, you saw everyone as a reflection of the same divine energy? How would that shift your vibration? Take a moment to ask yourself, where in your life are you still holding on to judgment? And what would it feel like to replace it with understanding, love, and acceptance? Starting with yourself? the everyday habits that drain your energy. Now, let's dive into something even deeper, the silent disruptors. These are the habits that quietly sabotage your spiritual energy without you realizing it. They become so woven into your daily routine that you don't even notice how much they're draining you. They operate in the background like white noise you've gotten used to. But once you bring them into awareness, you'll see just how much they've been holding you back. And more importantly, you'll learn how to break free. Mindless consumption. One of the biggest disruptors is mindless consumption, whether it's food, media, or information. Let's start with food. The energy you put into your body directly affects your vibration. You've probably heard the phrase, "You are what you eat." But have you ever thought about what that really means on an energetic level? When you consume low vibrational foods, heavily processed meals, excess sugar, or foods that lack life force, you're not just affecting your physical health. You're also lowering your energetic frequency. Food that is alive, fresh fruits, vegetables, whole, nutrient-dense meals, carries the energy of the earth, the sun, and the universe. When you fuel your body with these, you naturally raise your vibration. So here's something to reflect on. What kind of energy are you feeding your body every day? Are you eating in a way that supports your spiritual energy? Or are you unconsciously consuming things that keep you feeling heavy and drained? The impact of media consumption. Now let's talk about something just as important, the information you consume. We live in an age of constant stimulation. News, social media, entertainment, it never stops. And while staying informed isn't a bad thing, mindlessly consuming media can be one of the biggest drains on your energy. Ever noticed how you feel after scrolling through social media or watching the news for too long? Do you feel inspired and uplifted or anxious and drained? That's because so much of what we consume is filled with negativity, fear, and division. Energies that naturally lower your vibration. But it's not just about what you consume. It's about how you consume it. When you're constantly attached to your phone, binge watching, or scrolling without thinking, you're disconnecting from the present moment. And when that happens, you're also disconnecting from your own energy, leaving yourself more reactive to the chaos of the world instead of tuning into your own peace. Here's a deep question. How much of your time is spent passively consuming media, and how does it really make you feel? What would it be like to take a break and reconnect with yourself instead? The importance of movement. Another silent disruptor, lack of movement. Your body is a vessel for energy. When you don't move, your energy doesn't move either. It gets stuck. Sitting for long hours, staying in the same routines, or not engaging in any kind of physical activity can lead to stagnation, both physically and energetically. But movement, whether it's walking, stretching, dancing, or yoga, gets your energy flowing again. It clears out blockages, raises your vibration, and brings you back into alignment with yourself. So take a moment to reflect. How much of your day is spent in stillness, not in meditation or rest, but in stagnation? What would shift in your energy if you made movement a daily priority? The trap of business. Now, let's talk about something that's often disguised as success: business. In a world that glorifies productivity and the hustle mentality, it's easy to believe that being constantly busy means you're doing something right. But here's the truth. Business can be a form of avoidance. When you fill every moment of your day with tasks, commitments, and distractions, you leave no room for stillness, reflection, or spiritual growth. You become so caught up in doing that you forget how to simply be. This constant state of overcommitting scatters your energy, keeps you in a cycle of stress, and lowers your vibration. True alignment doesn't come from endless action. It comes from balance. The power of awareness. These everyday habits may seem small, but they have a massive impact on your energy. The good news? You can start shifting them right now. By bringing awareness to what you consume, how you move, and how you spend your time, you can begin to clear out these silent disruptors and create space for higher vibrational energy to flow into your life. So here's the final question to sit with. Which of these silent disruptors is affecting you the most? And what small step can you take today to start raising your vibration? Breaking free. How to reclaim your energy and elevate your vibration for good now. We reach the final and most important part of this journey, breaking free. This is where everything comes together. We've uncovered the silent disruptors, the energy-draining habits, and the hidden patterns that have been keeping your vibration low. But awareness alone isn't enough. Now it's time to take action. It's time to reclaim your energy and elevate your vibration in a way that lasts. not just for a fleeting moment, but as a permanent shift in your daily life. This isn't about chasing temporary spiritual highs or feeling good for a day or two. It's about creating a foundation that supports consistent, lasting spiritual growth. A life where your energy stays strong, where you feel connected, at peace, and in alignment with your highest self, no matter what's happening around you. So how do you do that? How do you break free from the patterns that have been holding you back? Let's start with the first and most important step, awareness. Step 1, awareness, the key to transformation. You can't change what you don't see. But now, after exploring all the ways your energy has been drained, through fear, negative self-talk, toxic relationships, mindless consumption, and stagnation, you're already more aware. And that's powerful. Awareness is the first key to freedom. The moment you recognize what's lowering your vibration, you gain the ability to choose differently. You can decide right now to stop feeding into the things that drain you and start moving toward the things that uplift you. But awareness alone won't get you there. You have to put it into action. That's where boundaries come in. Step 2, set energetic boundaries. Your energy is valuable, and you have to protect it. That means setting boundaries, not just with people, but also with situations, habits, and even your own thoughts. If someone in your life is constantly negative, it's okay to limit your interactions or distance yourself. If social media is draining you, set time limits or curate your feed so you're only engaging with content that inspires you. If certain environments leave you feeling exhausted, be mindful of how much time you spend there. Your energy isn't limitless, and where you choose to place it determines how you feel, think, and experience life. So here's a deep question. Where in your life do you need stronger boundaries to protect your energy? What would happen if you put your well-being above external expectations? Step 3, clear your energy regularly. Just like you clean your home or take care of your body, your energy field also needs regular cleansing. You absorb energy from people, places, and even your own emotions. If you don't clear it out, it builds up, leaving you feeling heavy, stuck, or unbalanced. There are many ways to clear your energy: meditation, deep breathing, time in nature, sound healing, or even something as simple as taking a salt bath can reset your energy field and help you feel lighter and more aligned. Make this a regular part of your life, not just something you do when you're already overwhelmed. The more consistent you are with energy clearing, the easier it becomes to maintain a high vibration. Step 4, surround yourself with high vibrational experiences. Once you start clearing out what drains you, the next step is to intentionally bring in what uplifts you. Your vibration naturally rises when you engage in activities that make you feel alive, inspired, and at peace. These could be spending time in nature, being around people who inspire you, listening to uplifting music, practicing gratitude, expressing yourself through art, movement, or creativity. It doesn't have to be complicated. Joy raises your vibration. Presence raises your vibration. The more you fill your life with these experiences, the easier it becomes to sustain a high energy state. So ask yourself, what experiences light you up? How can you bring more of them into your daily life? Step 5, embody the energy you want to attract. This is where everything shifts. Instead of waiting for external circumstances to change before you feel good, start embodying the energy you want right now. Want more love in your life? Embody the energy of love through kindness, compassion, and connection. Want more abundance? Embody the energy of gratitude and openness, even before you see physical evidence of it. Want more peace? Embody stillness, mindfulness, and inner balance in your daily life. When you start living as if you already have what you desire, your entire reality begins to shift. You don't just attract a higher vibration, you become it. So here's another deep question. What energy are you currently embodying, and is it aligned with the life you want to create? What would happen if you started embodying your highest self today, instead of waiting for external circumstances to change? Step 6, trust the process and keep growing. Here's something important to remember. Spiritual growth isn't a destination. There's no final level, no point where you've made it. Growth is a continuous process. It's about evolving, expanding, and deepening your connection to yourself and the universe every single day. Some days will feel easy. Others will challenge you. But every step forward matters. So be patient with yourself. Celebrate your progress, even when it feels small. And most importantly, trust that as you commit to raising your vibration, your life will transform in ways you can't even imagine. And with that, we've come full circle. You now have the awareness, the tools, and the understanding to break free from what's been holding you back. You have the power to protect your energy, to create a life filled with high vibrational experiences, and to embody the energy you want to attract. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with this awareness? Because this isn't just about knowing, it's about choosing. Choosing to reclaim your energy, choosing to align with your highest self, choosing to live a life that lifts you up instead of drains you. The choice is yours.